Hey, it's Veronica again, coming here to just really chit chat and uh, really informal talk. I don't have anything important or big and profound to say that I've planned. I did write a few little notes in my book before I started recording. Obviously, I haven't been on this platform in a really long time. I found that editing videos was more than I was wanting to do. It was not hard. I don't really enjoy that part of this. So we are going to just go with whatever comes out of my mouth, and hopefully some of it resonates and is good. And if not, then that's okay too. I don't really have any goals anymore because it's not that I think that I'm setting myself up for failure, but I had these like huge lofty goals before, and obviously those did not work out. So, not to say that they couldn't work out later, but they just didn't work out at the time. So, we're just kind of gonna go with the flow. Since the last video, I have had my hysterectomy and I am fully released for all activities now, and I'm feeling really good. I'm no longer taking the hormones that I had to take for the symptoms that I had, so that's good. I just recently started counting macros to try and lose some weight. I'm better about loving my body the way it is and dressing the body I have and just, embracing who I am completely. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't have any body issues anymore, self-esteem issues when it comes to my weight. That's just not true. I do wish that I was thinner. And I wish I could say it was solely for health reasons, but a lot of it is just I would like to fit in clothes that I feel like are cuter. I feel like the plus size clothes are just sometimes not that trendy, I guess is the word. They're cute. I'm not sure that they're trendy. So I would like to wear things that I feel. Phone is low on battery and my video stopped, so we had to start over. So what else is there? Just working. I live in Texas, so some really horrible flooding happened in the hill country. I don't live there, but I visit near there and have tons of family and friends that go all the time and float the river and all that. So it's just really, really heartbreaking, all of the loss and everything like that. And I just am so thankful for everybody that's out there helping with the recovery. And I just, my thoughts and my, praying for those who are, without loved ones. Really sad about all the children and just loss of life, especially, but just everything. It's just unimaginable. I don't know. It's unimaginable. So that's heartbreaking. And yeah. And then one of the topics that I wanted to talk about is adult friendships. I may have already spoken about this in another video, I don't know, but a lot of the time with my adult friendships, I feel like I'm the one who has to reach out first. So I'm coming to grips with that maybe it's okay to be the one that reaches out first. Maybe it doesn't necessarily mean that the people who I'm reaching out to don't care, but maybe that's just the way it's going to be. I'm realizing now that they weren't doing it out of I never thought they were doing it out of malicious intent, but I don't know. I just felt that maybe they didn't find me that important. I don't really think that's the issue, and I'm coming to sort of some realizations about that. But I do appreciate the friends, and when I say friends, I do include like family members who are my friends, because I think just because you're blood related doesn't mean that you're going to be friends with those people. I know plenty of people who don't get along with their family members, and I am blessed and lucky enough to have a best friend and my sister and a lot, not a lot, but a few cousins that, and I say not a lot because I come from a very large family of over 50 cousins and, you know, like second cousins. So when I say not a lot, I probably have like 5 or 6, which may be a lot to somebody else. But I have a few cousins who, through them, I've met other people, and through my sister, I've met people, and you know, I've met mainly people that I know that are my friends I've met at work. But I am learning that not all friendships look the same, and my expectations of those people, really, I shouldn't have a whole lot of expectations of people because just like me, they're just out here trying to do the best they can and survive. And thrive. I think a lot of the people that I know are thriving. I say that hoping that I get to the point where I feel like I'm thriving most of the time. Honestly, these videos help me bring me joy. I enjoy just like talking into the camera. It's just, I have no idea why, but I do. And it's something that maybe it helps me to feel creative. I don't know. Still working on what, you know, like what it is about it that is fun. Either way it is. And yeah, so I think it also helps get some of the thoughts in my head out. Just to once I hear them out loud, it just helps. That's really all I have. Things are going okay. Pretty well, actually. Feeling pretty good. I definitely feel way more leveled out and way more like in control of my body and my feelings and my emotions. I felt with those hormones, I felt a lot of the time like I knew that I should be, you know, not feeling this way or feeling this, you know, and it just, but at the same time, I didn't feel like I could help being like so upset or so happy. You know, it just really was more like I couldn't help being so upset at stuff. So I feel like that has gotten significantly better. So I'm happy about that. I am working on like shadow work, which I have a shadow workbook. That's new. I am continuing to do my gratitude journal, not as consistent as I should, but still, you know, checking in there. Trying to write 3 things that I'm grateful for that are new or like newer. Not to, when I say new, it's more like don't say the same thing every day. So, and I recently bought another journal to just journal my thoughts. I had stopped doing that for a while. I think I'm at a point where I can go back to that. I really enjoy feeling the pen on the paper. And the macros journey is probably the most time-consuming thing that I have going on. Some of the things that I'm not great at are planning in advance. So for meals, like for food, I tend to want to eat, like when I'm hungry, I just want to eat. Or yeah, so sorry about that. I'm just not real good at meal prep. So I'm having to get better at that. I know a lot of people like pack their lunch and meal prep all the time, and it's like part of their daily routine, even if they're not necessarily like counting macros or trying to change eating habits. They just do it because that's just what they do. Admire all of those people who are like that. I honestly am so horrible at it. So having to like dig in, I really honestly have only done it one time, and even then I took the wrong thing. So like I did all this meal prepping and then I grabbed the wrong like little Tupperware out of the refrigerator. So that was kind of silly. But I am definitely having sugar cravings, which is to be expected. I am the meal that I skip the most regularly is breakfast. And so since I'm trying to hit a certain amount of like carbohydrates or protein or fat or whatever, eating breakfast is just like, it's helpful so that I can meet all those goals. And that's the meal that I still continue to struggle with. I meal prepped for it yesterday at night, and I did better. I actually had breakfast, a planned breakfast. So there's that. But I'm not feeling hungry, which is good. Like I get hungry, but I'm not necessarily like hungry if I follow what I'm supposed to be doing, you know. Thankful that I have a lot of help with my sister. She does like nutrition planning. You know, she's done that in the past. She still kind of does, but she's very knowledgeable about it. I also have like support at home, so that's good. Matt is always like willing to get on whatever journey I'm on, so that's good. It always helps to kind of just know that people are supportive in whatever you're doing, so that's good. I hope that I can stick to it for a little bit. It's really, 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 really different, and it's really not bad if you plan it. You know, the funny thing is that if I were to follow through with the plans and do what I say that I'm going to do, it would just, it's not as difficult as I make it in my head. You know, in my brain, it's like, oh, it's going to take forever. But when I did my small amount of meal prepping yesterday, I was probably done in like 10 or 15 minutes. That's not a lot of time. And it's not that hard. I don't know what it is. I'm not good at it. I don't like doing it. It's like one of those chores, and I don't know. I bet I'll get better at it as I go along, but it's me. So yeah, I notice I say a lot, so we're gonna work on that. See, there I go again. I think that's really all. So to recap, thankful for adult friendships. This brings me joy. Macro journey. And I will end, as I always end, by saying that you are whole, perfect, and worthy simply for being you. And hasta la luna.